Alright guys, welcome back to the Adam Show. It's that time of the week again. It's game night. So Dave's asked to step the points up and play a 1500 point match tonight. So in order to play the 1500 point match tonight, I've swapped out some things from 1350 and put in some new things to go battle his army tonight. I have no idea what I'm facing, but it's Dave. He's super competitive. So we'll see what he brings to the table. Alright, what do we got? So the usual battalion, but this time we've got the Big Mac as usual, War Boss Kit Banger with his custom generator, and then we've got a War Boss, which I'm going to give the Killer Claw. I think it's Killer Claw, yep, and that's it for him. So that's 2 HQs, troops, 1, 2 troops in truck, same as always. Rockets, 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 shooters, 30 boy squad, same thing again, rockets, 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 shooters, power claws on all the knobs throughout the army. That makes the battalion. Then I've added in 5 knobs to escort my war boss. Now these 5 knobs are going to be travelling in the big new Morkanaut. So I've painted them up. There's 5 of them, 5-man unit, and they'll go in there with the war boss. Here we go, here's another one. Just giving him a bit of blood on the axes and choppy stuff. So they've all just got big choppers and no other upgrades. And then last in the list, obviously, yeah, we've got the Morkanaut at the back. So, and then last in the list is the 10 looters. So, new tactic is I want to try, obviously, have everything on the board with the Big Mac supporting him with his shield, and then I want to put the 5 knobs with the War Boss in the Morkanaut and put the Morkanaut, pay the 2 points, put him on the teleporter, see how it goes. That's a new tactic to try for tonight. And yeah, so another thing too is, so 7 days from now, we have a 1500 point tournament coming up. So I'm testing this army out tonight. There's no guarantee what army I'll play. If you've got any feedback on something, because I'll be doing coverage of the tournament of an army you'd like to see in the tournament. It might be an underdog army. It might be a really powerful army. It might even be this army right here. So give me some feedback on that. I'll get down the club now and I'll see what Dave's got in store for me. Alright guys, cheers. Alright guys, we've got down to the club. Dave has busted out his Astra Militarum Imperial Guard, call him what you will. He's, before he goes through the list, I just want to show you some of it because he's done a fantastic job. And this needs to be seen. Of basing, and like this is a massive effort for an army like this. If you have a look at some of these, like that's a mortar team. He's put that much effort into like 15 points. That is a champion effort. Alright. All the little guys he's done similar things with. Beautiful job. Alright Dave, run us through your list mate.
So it's a brigade, so 15 command points.
Yep.
The 3 HQs, you got the 2 company commanders.
Yep.
This bloke will be the warlord.
Anything on him or just cheap?
He's, yeah, basically cheap, but I'll let you know the warlord traits and all that very shortly.
Yep.
Tank commander, as is.
Yep, so
that's the 3rd.
Plasma las and battle cannon.
Yep. 6 troop choices. So 6 infantry squads, as you can see what they've got. So there's
WYSIWYG,
a couple of heavy bolters, las cannons, plasma,
flamers, you name it.
Yep.
Bits of stuff.
Your 3 fast attack choices are the Hellhounds and the Armoured Sentinel.
The super cool Armoured Sentinel.
The elites, there's 1 Astropath, this bloke, and 1 model I've left at home, but we'll figure something out.
And obviously heavy support is...
Heavy support are the 2 Basilisks, the mortars at the back.
Yep.
And the Plasma Executioner.
So 5 heavy supports.
Yep.
What's that, 15 command points?
15.
And we're severely outnumbered, so we'll roll up a mission and get back to you guys. Right guys, so the mission we're doing is, we're just doing Maelstrom, and the way we're doing it is we've got 1, 2, there's 1 in there, 1 there, 1 there, one there and one amidst those guardsmen somewhere. And the mission is each objective that you hold, you draw a card. So we're just keeping it really simple. It doesn't actually have a name for the mission, and obviously go from there. So set up, we've got the Orks on this side. I set up first. So we're all bunched in here, and then we've got these guys in reserve. And then Dave's just got an absolute mass of guardsmen across the whole battlefield. Alright, so we'll roll to see who goes first. I get the +1. Ooh, he's rolled a 6. Tabletop tactics there. Alright, see if I can roll a 6 to seize the initiative. Look at that, I've done it. So the Orks will get the first turn, and I'll get back to you at the end of that.
Right next to me.
Alright guys, end of Ork turn 1. We've moved all this stuff forward and fired absolutely everything. Dave paid 2 points for prepared position, so it was quite hefty. So just the shooter boys in the trucks, took that down to those couple of guys, and I got first blood blowing up his sentinel. Other than that, that was about the extent of the damage. And I got 2 points for this area denial one, which was a bit cheaty because I got it first turn, so it was pretty funny. Alright, so Dave will have his first turn, see how much Orks he can kill, and we'll get back to you. Alright guys, that was the end of the Astra Militarum turn 1. Stood there for 4 hours while Dave shot at me. In the process, we lost 2 trucks, down to 1 looter, and a couple of boys in here got killed. So how many points did you say he scored? 2. He got 2 points, so we're even points wise. I was a bit scared he was going to do more damage, but it wasn't so bad. Alright, I'll have my Ork turn, and we'll see what we can do. We need to start killing some of these nasty big tanks over here and these little things in here. Alright.
Oh, you got close. You did actually.
Alright guys, so at the end of my Ork turn 2, this thing come down. I made the fatal mistake of shooting at this tank commander, not realising that it had a 2-up save from a psychic power. So it didn't really do anything, so it wasn't a good representation of its first round of shooting ever. It's all good. We managed to clear a path through here, and I managed to get this into him to shut his shooting down anyway, so that was good. And then with some manipulation of the boys, we managed to charge all the way around here, killing a bucket load of guardsmen along the way and getting into his lines here. So that's not bad. And then I got 3 command points. Command points? Victory points. Thanks, Dave, for the turn. And we'll see what happens next. Dave's still got lots of firepower on his turn 2. Get back to you at the end of that. Alright guys, end of guard turn 2. So pretty much everything he had spent his time shooting the boys that were here and the boys that were here. So he killed the 2 small truck units, killed the last truck. We managed to shut this down for shooting. This shot across here took 8 wounds off that with a heap of plasma, which was some pretty good shooting. Pretty much the rest of the entire army just joined in on just killing Ork boys because he didn't want knobs with power claws running around, which was understandable. How many points did you get? 6. And he got 6 command points for the total of this turn. So Orks will have their turn 3, and we'll see what we can do. Alright. Alright guys, at the end of the Ork turn 3, we've managed to pretty much run across the line and tie a heap of stuff up. So the big Gorkanaut absolutely whiffed shooting over at the tank commander. And I mean whiffed like did bugger nothing. He also whiffed actually shooting at guardsmen too, didn't he? So he did nothing, but in here he managed to take this thing down to 3 wounds in combat, which was reasonably impressive. I wasn't sure whether to go with the 12 or the 4 attacks. Went with the 12, that's what happened. The war boss and his boys got out and trundled along here, and they managed to smash through some guardsmen using some shifty tactics, string themselves around, tie up some mortars, and get into these back lines where Dave's got his artillery pieces. So as you can see, this is all tied up on this side. And then over here, something I learned off Dave the other week in the game is utilising as much charge space as you can and then getting within 1. So what we've done is managed to tie up his tanks. So you can thank Dave for that tactic and some other channels as well. So at the end of this, I didn't get any command points, but we managed to tie up guns. Whoop whoop. Alright, Dave will have his turn 3. Alright, end of Dave's turn 3. he just utilised everything in the army to back out away from these orcs and obliterated them. So there'll be no more unstoppable green tide for me. That's alright though. So moving along here, all I've got left now on the table is my warlord, the big fella, and the knobs and the other war boss back here. So I'll see what I can do. And I'll get back to you at the end of this. By the way, Dave's on 7 points and I'm on 5. It's getting down to really narrow sort of stuff here. Alright. See you at the end of my turn 4.
Yeah, well, that was...
Alright, end of Orc turn 4. The war boss and his numbers managed to clear out everything on this side. Then over here, this charged into the tank commander. And I only managed to get him down to 7. I whiffed pretty hard on the attacks, took 1 wound off him. Charged in over here, he's on 1 wound and he couldn't even kill that. I got ahead by 1 point, so pretty much I'm on 8, Dave's on 7. I suppose Dave's going to have his next turn and see what he can do. And yeah, alright guys, get back to the end of Dave's turn 4.
Sorry, dude. See ya.
Alright guys, so the end of Dave's turn. We're calling the game here. I'm ahead on points by 1 or 2, but he's still got a few guns. Dave's got to go. We're calling it a draw because I'm about to get Warlord here and could possibly come in here and smash his tanks, or he could table me, but we've just sort of run out of time due to being adults and shit. You got anything going to add, Dave?
No, mate. It was a good game as always.
Yep. Alright, there you go. If you like the channel, like and subscribe, and we'll be back soon. See you later, guys.